think it's what it is, though. And that's what I said, like.
I mean, real is real.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing real about a rap, man. I'm sorry.
He ain't got no paperwork on him.
He don't need to. He do it on.
He do it online. Ain't no paper. He calls the police online.
He said that's what
he's not a street cat. I'm not a street cat.
Nah. And one, it was on speakerphone.
He say he's a raper. He say a killer. He say a rape. He say all that.
No. I seen on there when he called the police on speakerphone, man.
Dog,
He called.
So look, when you know
Bro,
you gotta
called dude's PO on.
If you know you
dude is jammed up. What do you mean on me? He's jammed up.
I guess I would look at it from.
Lay low, mate, on the beat.
Cowboys Raw Uncut. 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 Cowboys Raw Uncut.
Yeah. Here we go, man. Cowboys Raw Uncut, man. Here we're back in the building, man. In the studio, it's the crew. I mean, I don't know what to say, man, but it looks like the Saints came marching into Arlington Stadium, man, and you know they won big, 44-19. They made it look easy. They rushed for 190 yards total. I think Kamara had 115 with 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, actually, 1 receiving. They had 35 points at the half. So, I mean, at this point, crew, I'm just trying to figure out, man. Let's play the blame game. Do you put this on, and you only can get one or the other, so it can't be both. Do you put it on Dak McCarthy in the offense, or do you put it on Micah and Zimmer in the defense?
Micah and Zimmer in the defense. Smash.
Me, I give it to
Micah, defense, Dak, offense, McCarthy, Jerry, Steven, Charlotte.
One or the other. One or the other. Who was the blame for this particular loss?
Jerry Jones.
Defense.
Why you say that?
Man, they scored every time they had the ball. We didn't get it. They didn't punt until
fourth quarter.
I mean, the offense could have been much better, but the defense from the get-go, it could have been a defensive battle back and forth, but we didn't stop nothing. We gave up the run. We gave up the pass. We didn't get no pressure. We got knocked down. We got bullied. The defensive line got pushed back off the ball 5 to 6 yards of play. Defense for mine.
Controlled us.
They did everything they wanted to do.
They ran the ball. They ran the ball.
So when you
ran the ball 40 times. Man.
They schemed to perfection.
40 times.
I said we had to stop the run in the kickback.
40 times, man. It's just like water. At that point, it's just flowing.
So on Thursday's show, we had mentioned the trap game of last year with Arizona. And do you remember Arizona?
Who mentioned that?
We had talked about that. We talked about that. Was it you, Dre? Okay, so we did. So coming in high against a team that you feel that you're superior against. And we mentioned that Arizona.
How can you feel that way?
Well, because
it's
Arizona,
a whole new year. They're 1-0. How can you feel that way?
So the same reason. I feel that way for the same reason why when Dre asked, "Was this a win?" When we went down the schedule, we no doubt said W.
We did.
Yes. Yeah, well, no doubt, but no question. And what you say? What you say? You don't for no team. You don't see no team. But you say you didn't see no. You don't see no team in the South beating us. Is what we all say. You don't respect no team in the South. That's what we said. We all said the same thing. So this is a trap game. If you come in expecting yourself to win,
especially when there's the Ravens. When the Ravens is the next opponent.
Yeah,
and we mentioned a game. We talking about a team who done won a game.
But we're talking about looking at it before we knew that they hadn't won.
He was wrong.
Okay.
The trap game is the team overlook a team, and the worst team win. The better team won. That's the trap game. If it would have been, if they was the Panthers or somebody, and we was a better team than them, They was better than us. We didn't get.
That's hindsight though, but going into the when we were looking into the, but when we looked into the game, but that's what I'm saying. But he was talking about when the question was posed, not now that we know in hindsight.
We were wrong then.
Okay.
We were wrong then.
But that's why I was asking the question.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it's
then.
a trap game. I don't consider that.
Now you don't.
Now you don't.
I didn't then. When we said it then, I said it's not a
Rick
trap game.
was the one that did say, I don't think it's a trap game.
I mean, it
remember
just
him
because
saying that.
Because they dropped
just
40.
because-
They dropped 40 the week
but
before.
just because
but it's still the Saints.
Just because I pick us to win doesn't make it a trap game. It shouldn't be a game that they should not be thinking about. It's not the Panthers.
We were
It's
a
not the
6-point favorite.
Giants.
We were a
It's not
6.5
the
point
Washington.
favorite.
It's not anybody that we
6.5.
play on the regular that we,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and
great. But Vegas is-
being that close to proximity, you know what I'm saying, as far as locations, you would think they would have stood up a little bit more, you know.
At home,
It
us
shouldn't
at
have been
home.
because it come from the, was it Kurt Kubiak? He come from the Shanahan tree.
Now we saying that, and that's what I said at first. I'm
look.
talking about the pop quiz.
But
Pop
this was-
quiz.
No, this was what I was going to. This was what I was going to ask. Now, no doubt, they just beat us up. So there's no doubt about it. It has nothing to do with the Kubiak and Zim issue. But I was wondering because we just look a step slow every time. And this was just a question I'm throwing out to the crew. Does being a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator on the same team as someone who's a defensive coordinator and you have to constantly battle in practice, do you think that has a difference on knowing guys' schemes, like guys like Quinn and Zim who really don't change much? I mean, now, we got beat up, period. So there was no, even if we was a step on, but I was just wondering, because we just seemed like they gashed us 70.
So why wouldn't that work in our favor, though?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Why wouldn't that work in our favor?
We the same way.
We look slow.
No, because it generally works better. It generally works in the offense favor. At any point in that situation, it generally works in the offense's favor.
Why would McCarthy be doing the same?
Well, not
Zim,
McCarthy.
Zimmer.
Why would Zim have the advantage?
I'm talking about
Zim's
Zim.
He talking about
as far as-
Zim.
I'm just talking about Zim as far as his schemes and how he plays defense. Does anybody think that Kubiak going against him at Minnesota all those times just kind of knew how he ran things?
Well, I guess.
That's definitely possible.
I mean, we
Rick
got
is
beat up,
saying-
period.
yeah,
I was
but
just
check.
wondering because
Yeah.
it was gas, it was 70,
no
it was
excuse,
80,
but
it was
that's-
80, it was 70, it was 80. Like, we just couldn't, like, they knew every position we was going to be in, they hit where we wasn't.
So why is it different? So Rick's trying to say why don't we have that same advantage that Kubiak has? Because if they going, why is it one sided?
Because
Right.
Kubiak's young. I don't think the older guys change up much. Like
So-
Quinn, I think that's why he's
Quinn, so
0-6
is
against
that
his
why-
predecessors. I just don't think they change up much. That's all I was wondering, if y'all thought the same thing.
Long run scheme.
So why didn't we bring that point up before the game though?
I didn't know that, Kubiak and that relationship until I was watching the game. So I thought, oh, wow, maybe he's just kind of used to seeing what he does a little bit more. I mean, it doesn't really take the fact that we got beat the hell up. I mean, we got beat up, but we was a step slow to everything.
So would y'all
I feel bad. I was just talking about heart, dog. We was just talking about having heart, dog.
We're a soft squad. We're
Cause
soft.
I don't think it was a scheme.
SOLT. What is it on like?
I don't think it was a scheme.
Capital.
what about the bellies that came in that we was counting on to help us?
They was getting pushed fast.
They were soft too.
Kendrick looked slow. Kendrick looked slow.
I seen him laying on the
Hey,
What about that
Donovan
Michigan
Wilson,
player?
man. Donovan Wilson, no. Donovan Wilson, dog.
So you
Donovan.
gotta go back. You gotta go back to
Donovan,
secondary. He ain't
The
the first
hooker?
one. No.
Him and Hooker. You seen him back jersey. Who was it?
No, 21.
21, dog. But he's a rookie.
Nah,
bro.
it was
He's a rookie,
Hooker.
bro.
It was Hooker.
It was Hooker and Donald. Them two.
Hooker, you got double high safeties, and you allow a dude to catch a 70-yard bomb on y'all. You had safeties. We supposed to be safe.
Last line of defense.
And we supposed to be safe. That's what safeties are. Dude ran right past our safeties. Double high.
He took a bad angle.
Come on, man. Hey, I seen Trey. Hey, hold on. Y'all talking about 21. Trayvon was chasing too. Yeah, Trayvon was chasing too. Yeah.
Every team defensively, zone. We're not a really good zone team. We haven't been.
We've been playing zone though.
No, we are a man team. This team has been man. We play man because we got man corners. That's all we ever did. Only time we really played zone last year, it was in the playoff game when we choked it off and tricked it off.
I was seeing zone all in the preseason though.
Mistake. That's a mistake. For what? What do you need? What does Diggs need the zone for?
We ain't get beat like that since the last time we played at home. We gave up 40 at home the last 2 games.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing different than what Green Bay did. They schemed the exact same thing. The blueprint is out.
They ran the same
The
play.
blueprint been out.
The same play that Shaheed was the same one he saw to read.
Man, the blueprint been out though. It's run the football on us, play bully ball, and you know we're not good with adversity. We lay down.
What I said, culture.
So y'all, so when it go back to my question, y'all put it on the players or the coach?
I put it on the players in this game specifically because the scheme was right. You go back and watch tape, like their effort when it was man on man, hat on hat, they wasn't winning those one-on-one matchups that you need to win.
We're not his own team, so the scheme can't be right.
No, listen to what I'm saying. When you playing man, what I'm saying now is not what I'm saying as far as man to man. I'm saying when you running a scheme of defense, say if a linebacker, everybody has a situation that they have to do for the other player to make the play. When players aren't getting off their blocks to help the other player make the play, the tackles ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
I seen that.
They not coming around. They not seeing. You got linebackers that's not in position. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit ain't scheming.
Angles, corners is trouble.
Yeah.
Receivers,
all that shit comes into play. And not just one thing could be what it is. It's a multitude of things when you see the lack of effort.
For me, it's the coaching.
Well,
you say coaching, you say players.
I say coaching. I say coaching because we're soft. Your team is identity of your coach.
Oh, you saying coacher?
Coaching.
Coacher. Okay, both.
/ coaching, same thing for me.
All right.
The coach brings the culture in, and we're soft. It's
definitely soft.
When you seen that coach. He's fired up. He's getting it. He's chest bump. Soft on our side. The only person who shows hard on our side was Al Harris. Zimmer gets mad and everything. But come on, man, where's our coach?
I didn't even see him get mad in the game.
We're soft. We're soft, and it starts from the top.
So if I were to say that Zimmer, he just had a press conference and he basically said he has to do a better job of coaching them up. He has to do he felt like, because one of the media people asked him, do you think it was lack of effort or the scheme? And he basically took accountability and said it was him. So for the ones that think it's the players, does that change your mind? That it was more of coaching with Zim taking the
Right, that's what he supposed to say.
He's saying what he should say. He's saying what the head coach should say.
Yeah.
I don't know what the head coach is saying. That ain't what I got from when I've seen the press conference, but he's saying what he should say.
Yeah.
I still believe that
right.
he has to do a better job of getting them, but as Steve said, players need to step up too. It's a universal loss. Everybody we got talent on our ass.
I think it's everything, man. All the above. Because even if it's the players, you know, what do you do at halftime? What are you doing in the locker room? How you motivated? How you adjusting? I mean, you know, that's part of it too. So if you come out at halftime and look as flat as you did when you went in,
defense only gave up 9 after that. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. I'm just saying.
Could have been worse, but it could have been coached with
I'm saying, even offensively, we wasn't doing that. You know, so you got to adjust both ways. You got to adjust, and we wasn't doing anything on either side of the ball.
When do we
Well,
adjust?
no, because
When do we make adjustments?
I mean, we
you look
definitely
at it, though,
didn't make no
like I said,
adjustments.
It started from offense.
We're gonna lose, but we're gonna go in and finish the game with the same game plan.
Yeah.
Ain't no adjustments.
It's like live or die by the three.
So that first drive, I was having trouble with
It's
my
not okay,
streaming.
is it?
And,
Yeah.
no, so I was having trouble with my streaming. I called Steve. I couldn't get the game up. I called Steve. The first thing he said to me, these niggas did march down the field on us, man, easily. I hadn't seen it. So from that point,
80 yards.
when you watch the 80 yards, yeah, because I hadn't seen it. And when he said that, he's like, what the fuck? They got to tighten up. And from there on, you knew it was going to be an issue. You know what I mean? Like, it was nonstop, hit you in the mouth. Even offensively, that first drive, it looked like we lost wind. It took some wind out of ourselves when they missed the 2 penalties, and we had to settle for that field goal. The first drive of the game, we were moving. 2 penalties there, we didn't get no flags. Next thing you know, we come out flat the next time around. Another field goal. They're steadily marching. Once they got up by 2 touchdowns, we've never been down by double digits in the first quarter, if I'm correct, ever. Well, since 2000 and I think what they say 2000. No, it was ever. It was ever. So in this case, when you look at it, we were demoralized after the first 3 drives of that game. Offense, we have 68 total rushing yards the whole game. You're not going to win a game with 68 total rushing yards. We don't have.
But that goes back to my week 1 point when there's some things that we could be working on and stuff that can help us in bigger games. And we had that same issue in week 1. We didn't rush that much.
And you should actually be demoralized.
But we was cool with the 4 pop.
You should, Terry, be demoralized when you're
You
allowed
should.
70, 87.
70, 80.
70, 87. I mean, that's what the drives were. They were back to back.
70,
70,
yeah.
80, back to 70, back
69,
to 80.
yeah,
They were able to do what we wanted to do.
They was
They
just
was able to do whatever they wanted to do, whenever they wanted to do.
Bully ball. It reminded me of Buffalo. It reminded me of Arizona. It reminded me of San Francisco. It reminded me of Green Bay. It reminded me of all of those games where they ran the ball on us. Because you got to think, Derek Carr, which we was hoping that he gave one up, and he did, but he only threw 16 attempts and only completed 11.
11 for 2 something.
Right.
2 and some change.
For 243.
Averaging 20-something yards a pop.
Look,
Yeah.
We look slow. Our team looks slow.
So we failed that pop quiz, man. We failed that pop quiz, definitely. And
Yes.
you know, for Micah, when he was saying he wanted the rematch and he'll do better when we get to San Fran and all that, that right there showed me that we're not ready. We're not ready at all. So I got another question for y'all though. Which one y'all think we missed the most? And we can't pick both. We gotta pick one or the other. Did we miss Fergie the most or Deron Bland?
Deron Bland. I'm gonna say Deron Bland straight out because
I say Ferguson. Because Bland, I mean, we got another all-pro corner. We got another couple of good corners. We don't have enough offensive weapons. We've never had enough offensive weapons from jump. You know, like, we don't.
Bland's
game, no receivers. You need another number 2 receiver that can take the lid off. You don't have that.
But Bland's injury got a rookie
I
starting.
don't have that.
Bland's injury got a rookie starting who's getting his lunch ate right now. Shout out to the rookie. Getting his lunch ate right now.
Rick's in a dilemma right now.
I'm gonna say
I'll
I'm gonna say Bland, man, and I'm gonna say Bland for the reason is Fergie played the first game and he's coming back next game, so that's not a long time. If we can't go on the bench,
No. Why last game? Which one was missed more last game?
oh, Fergie wouldn't have helped that.
Fergie wouldn't help that. No, Fergie.
Stop,
Fergie wouldn't help that. It was over. He wouldn't help that. It was over.
Stop.
No, he wouldn't help.
A little bit
You don't think Fergie would have helped?
Hell no.
you don't
To have that
option.
option for Dak to have that
That's his
option?
favorite throw.
What?
The defense still couldn't stop a nosebleed.
He wouldn't help.
The defense still couldn't stop a
but
nosebleed.
still,
Regardless of
I'm
that,
saying
we
that-
weren't putting up
Okay,
44.
but we need to go in the shootout with them
That
then.
offense ain't putting up 45 with Fergie in the game. That offense ain't putting up 45 with
I was
Fergie in
sitting
the
there
game.
thinking about it, and as Dre said, I was overconfident. Bland, let's don't act like Bland. He get them pick sixes, but don't act like he's a lockdown corner, like he wasn't getting chewed some of them games.
Right.
Yeah, he'll get beat sometimes.
So
He's a ball hog.
He's a ball hog.
So I'd have liked him, but the game plan that New Orleans came, I don't know if he would have helped.
He probably wouldn't have helped either.
But I think
They ran the
really
ball
just
with it.
mentality, man. That's it.
Hey man,
I took Bland though. I took Bland over 21.
I'm taking Bland over 21. 21's having trouble, though.
He's a rookie though.
Cause yes, I said, shout out to him, man. He's doing what he can, dog. He's doing what he can. Yeah, he's doing what he can.
Rookies just got put in the fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he been having a good game.
Should have been Gilmore.
Making good plays.
Yeah, we definitely should have had.
So this is
Gilmore.
where I believe the free agency comes in. This is the little parts that matter. Where we should be having these extra receivers. We should be having these extra receivers and going after these position players. This is where it come into, man. When you look, you go down one or get in a tough position, and you need those extra weapons, man. And when you don't get them, you gotta push it around him, man.
So, well, send
like it's the cap and you
send a pen pal message to your boy.
To who?
All that shit's bullshit. And all that shit Jerry do, man, not getting players and shit that have us right now pointing our fingers at these players.
Mm-hmm. When it's really, it starts
You
with the
could have been
organization.
inside Dak. You could have been inside CD, had some money, got some guys in there, spent a little money. All you need is like one or like two.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta go spending all your bread. You just need two solid guys to come in to fill in the positions at what? At D tackle and a
I
receiver.
mean, and we soft, man. Just give me one beast. Just give me one beast on the defensive line. Everybody don't have to be tough.
On the whole
We got two of them.
I need
We got two
one.
on the line.
So let me ask y'all this question.
No, man, I need a defensive
Yeah,
tackle.
they
I need a
definitely
killer,
got pushed.
man.
They definitely got pushed.
I need a claw hopper, man.
Yeah, they definitely got pushed.
Okay, so
They definitely got
okay,
pushed.
so them get.
Together, they probably had 3 tackles.
Man, they probably had 0 tackles.
So are you going? So you picking another? There's only probably 1, 2 other players you're picking before Michael. No matter if he has a bad game or not, there's still only 1 or 2 players maybe you're picking.
Hey, look, I'm not.
The only reason why players become beasts
before
because
Michael.
they're in positions to beast.
Right.
You can't put a beast in a damn small ass cage and he ain't got nobody to fight. Yeah.
True.
And me saying that is saying that. Why are we still looking at the same situation number 11's in? Why in the hell is he still on the edge and not at linebacker? Especially when you got teams going side to side. Why don't you got your 4-3 linebacker in the middle so he can scan, watch Alvin Kamara?
But I thought we had linebackers.
We do, but we saying that they were gonna use Micah in all these different positions, correct?
But I thought he
They
got
was
the
gonna
choice to
move
make
him
that.
around.
I thought that Micah got
Was the
reins
quarterback-
to make them
the
calls.
quarterback,
He was
yeah.
quarterback of the defense.
Quarterback of the
I thought he got
defense.
to make reins.
Yeah.
He get to make the
Dude,
call.
I don't know. I need to know.
He don't.
I need
He
to know
don't.
because if
He
you do,
don't.
I need
No,
a
no,
one-on-one
no,
with him.
no, 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 no,
If
no,
he
no,
do-
no, no, no,
If you
no,
do, I need a one-on-one with him.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, 1-on-1 with him.
You don't want to be no lie. Get the hell out of my team.
Let me.
Well, he kept on. He kept getting blocked.
Let me explain
He was
something.
getting blocked by one man.
Let me explain.
He was getting blocked by one man.
Let me explain.
He said he felt like it was in a maze, though. It was a few people out there.
I feel like the whole team looks like.
I'm just saying what Michael said.
I just watched Hutchinson get what,
That's it.
4.5 sacks yesterday.
So,
He was getting double, triple teamed, and he's still making pressure even when he wasn't getting there. All I need you to
Micah's
do is
talented
Hey,
enough to
but
be.
we
He's
take.
talented enough to be a edge rusher, but he's a linebacker.
But
That's my thing.
check it out,
That's
man.
my
Check
thing.
it out. Check it out. Check it out.
If we leave,
Man,
then
don't let-
we all right.
We
But if our
getting
backs
we
against the
getting
wall, that's
we
our
getting a
varsity,
little
we shrivel up.
we getting a little
That's
over
true.
the edge right there.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
No,
no,
we're getting a little over the edge right there.
So are we going too low, OG? We going too low.
But y'all gotta listen. Y'all too busy talking.
Okay, go ahead.
My issue is that he can run around that line like he wants to and be the captain, but him being linebacker is more thousands.
Yeah.
That's dollars. That's business. He can't make himself play linebacker because they're not going to give him the extra money to play that linebacker.
If he play edge, it's more money than a linebacker.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Linebackers don't get paid like that.
He will be more.
And if you call him a hybrid player,
he would get
maybe.
You think
more
it's a
for the year.
linebacker making more than Bosa?
He would have
No,
got
making
more than Watts?
My point is, he would have got more for the year if they playing him at linebacker because they
He's
got him
left
at
outside. He's
end.
outside
Yes, they
linebacker.
will. We'll get that information later. We'll get that information. We're not going to get it now, but I'm telling you, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about because he's a defensive end. Because he's an end and he's getting paid this amount.
You're wrong. Getting
No,
more money, bro.
I'm not.
You're wrong, bro.
It's not a linebacker making more than a
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna let you know that was the issue
you
last.
texted
That was
me
the
and tell me
issue.
I was wrong,
That was the
Slick.
issue last year.
Oh, was it? He
But
wants to
yeah,
be
him
an
at the
edge
Put
rusher.
it on the kickback. Look it up and put it. Look it up and put it on the kickback.
This is common knowledge, man.
The highest played is 20, OJ.
Hold on,
The highest played is 20.
Hold on.
20 a year.
That's
Not what I'm talking about.
Corners make more than linebackers.
We're not talking about what he's going to be getting on the year. It's an amount they have to pay if they move him because his position's at the defensive end. That's what they got him marked. Hold on.
Makes more money.
Yeah.
That's why he wants to stay on the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
He's in the contract year. Why would he want to go to a linebacker where the highest paid is making $20 million, where you can be on the end where highest paid is $30 million?
You gonna mess around and get 40.
You gonna mess with me for a year.
40.
We'll find it.
So in a
You ain't right.
in a hypothetical world,
Shoot.
if Jerry were to take Trey Lance and offer a trade, which position would you rather have? D-line, receiver, or running back?
I don't follow the question. Say it again.
So if we were to trade
If we were
with
trading
Trey Lance,
Okay.
and there was a team that we could get either one of these positions, you only can get one for one.
What's the options?
D-line, wide receiver, or running back. Which one would y'all go for?
Look at the lead line. You ain't gonna get nothing but a fourth round pick
Fourth
at the
round
best,
wide
probably
receiver,
fifth or sixth for trade.
Nah, I'm talking about with another team though. We trading with
I'm saying.
another
I'm talking
team
about the
for a
value.
player.
It really depends on the
Value
player
going
for
up.
me, but for sake
So
of
let's say
argument, I'm gonna
Najee Harris, D Hop, Jonathan Allen.
Hey, give me the receiver.
D Hop.
G Hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm
D-Hop.
saying.
You taking D-Hop right now over Najee Harris or Jonathan?
I don't
Over
know.
who?
I don't, he got
Jonathan Allen? Over Najee? I'm going to get Najee. I'm going to get Najee. I'm going to get Najee.
give me them players.
Najee's weak.
Yeah,
for
I'm going to get Najee.
Warren's going to take his spot. Nah. Yeah, give me D-Hop. I need somebody that when they're doubling CD, they can still do their thing.
How old is
And
okay.
D-Hop
So how old
still
is
doing
D-Hop
his
right now?
thing.
How old is D-Hop right now?
I don't know how old D-Hop is. D-Hop still. If
Catch the ball though.
I don't need no long tooth
D-Hop
right
is over
now.
with Levis right now.
I'm not
put
giving-
him back here with us and where he D-Hop is the only receiver right there. You put him over where CD where you gotta focus on CD. D-Hop can make some
They got
noise.
Calvin too though.
I'm not trading no. Yeah, he's 32 years
He's
old.
not-
bro.
he's not- he's not
32. I'm not trading no young Trey Lance for a 32-year-old wide receiver.
You trading a young Trey Lance who will never see the field.
Why not?
For a 32-year-old wide receiver versus a Najee Harris
Why not?
Najee Harris is cheap.
or Jonathan Allen or Jonathan Allen.
you really
a defensive
think?
tackle?
Now Allen's different. Allen's
you think-
something
you
you-
think-
Give me the D tackle.
Give me the D tackle. Yeah, Jonathan.
Like, it's
something
not
to think
hard
about.
to me. It's not hard because of the
Allen's something you
value.
can think about.
You think Trey Lance gonna see the field?
Never.
Not in Cowboy unless not with the starters help unless Dak get hurt. That'd be the only way.
If
We
what?
got Cooper.
If Dak get hurt, that'd be the only way Trey Lance.
Cooper's still playing.
Oh yeah, never
He's not
mind.
seeing the field. Even if Dak get hurt, he ain't seeing the field.
Right.
You
Yeah,
trade
you're
him
right.
for the best opportunity you get.
Because you ain't gonna get
Who
it.
the Panthers got? They just lost. They benched their quarterback.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure
Andy
did.
Dalton.
Red rifle.
So what are y'all most disappointed at? The run game or the lack of the pass rush?
The lack of the lack of the run stop. Not even the pass rush.
The lack of the run stop is horrible because they can do what you want. Once you can't stop the run, that makes the pass do what they want. That was just a full-on onslaught of ass whooping, man.
Yeah, they got their ass whooped.
Yeah,
They
you got
soft.
your ass whooped, bro. It was just you got your
Man,
ass
tough,
whooped.
fake tough, man. They tough when the people they can whoop.
Yeah. He's still.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, the scheme was there. Play the game. Like, y'all out there getting whooped. And that's it, and that's all. Like, y'all not playing, y'all got no heart, but y'all won't sit and cry about this money and won't get y'all money and shit, but when it's time to get paid for y'all wages, then y'all ain't really doing nothing, man. Y'all won't get y'all wages, but y'all ain't putting in the play.
Right.
I get tired of hearing that. I'm working at my agent, y'all just gonna sit out and wait. But, real talk, but every been on it, like, man, look, y'all need to play. You know what I'm saying? To be honest.
Who'd you pick? I'm sorry.
I ain't picking shit. I'm just talking shit.
Who you pick, Trey? Who you more disappointed in?
I'm disappointed in these
pass rush, lack of stopping the run.
Man's at run stop.
Cause
pass rush out of run, but man's at pass rush out of the rushing game. Man's at run stop, man. I thought coming out of the year against Green Bay, that was the most disappointing loss I had felt. And a lot of it had to do with them running the ball down our throat like that. Mm-hmm. And so we played Cleveland, and they had a pretty good run game, and we stopped them for the most part. I started feeling better and had got past last year's pain. But this brought all of that right back. This brought it right back. We can't stop. We're back soft. I thought Zim came in and we wasn't soft no more. We was talking. We was doing this. We was doing that. We're still soft. We're still soft.
Yeah.
It's them, man.
It's them.
Like
and it ain't just physically, it's mentally too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's where it starts.
I think mentally more than physically.
Yeah.
We got some beasts physically, but mentally we're soft. Mentally,
we get Daniel Jones.
We get hit in the mouth and we cower. If you in the streets and you get hit in the mouth, you put your hands up and you fight back. We get hit in the mouth and we cower. We're soft. We're soft.
Yeah, they don't want to fight back. They don't want to fight back. Everybody want to start getting hurt.
They give up.
They let go of the rope.
You just gotta,
What you said.
Some of these dudes, man, I don't know. Like, the culture's terrible, and they bite into it like they don't know how to win, or they don't, I don't get it.
And I want to be mad at the linebackers, Kendricks, O'Shawn, for what they did. But when I was watching and rewatched the game, and I seen how the deep tackles was getting handled, they got handled so bad it put the linebackers in a bad shape. Like Steve just said a few minutes ago, some players got to do their job in order for others to do theirs. And that defensive line did none of the above, and we paid for it. We paid for it.
Well,
I want to know why Overshawn only had 17 snaps.
18.
Same difference. I need to understand it. I don't know.
Well, Zim said today that they was monitoring his ACL and stuff, and also the type of packages that they were in out there. So,
Hold up real quick.
Maybe.
That's what I was about to say, man.
And but Dez, one of our favorite, man. He was on X, and he had this whole little statement he made. He said, "I wasn't going to say nothing, but I can't help it. I put the blame on Coach Zim defensive game plan. 432 total yards on the Dallas Cowboys defense. That's crazy." He said, Coach Zim not playing to the player's strengths, and it's easy to tell. Cowboys defense is at its best whenever they are manning guys up. Running cover 4-3 and sending no pressure against speed wide receivers will be a disaster every time. Dez Bryant. Y'all agree with that statement?
I mean, that's what I said. I said that zone. Dropping that zone for what? Like, that's soft shit for us. We don't have that mentality. We got to be in the middle.
Playing that old stuff.
So I'm saying, did Dan Quinn run mostly man? We want the old Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn ran a lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But this ain't Dan Quinn though.
Right.
Play to your strengths.
Play to your strengths. You got to play to the.
But we were talking about how Dan Quinn put players out of position, safeties at linebacker, all that stuff. So now we're questioning Zim's.
Because something different is going on.
Two things can be right at the same time.
Right.
Two things can be right at the same time.
I mean, linebacker and corner is different. You know what I'm saying? When you go from having linebackers to none, now we got them.
And ain't using
them. It ain't using them right.
I don't know. Kendricks looks spooked out there.
Kendricks looks spooked, but it's the defensive tackles who was letting them flow freely.
Yeah, they get. I mean, they was on the 5-yard line, and our D tackles was in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. For
the linebackers is trying to move,
to
but
the
some
followers
big
that's
buddies is
listening,
in
do
their
you
laps.
understand the pain to see when they're on the 5 and you see your D tackles in the 5 in the touching the paint, touching the goal line? What are we doing?
I mean,
Where
is
your
overshown
heart?
not in your base package? They was keeping you in your base package. If you don't have overshown in your base package,
Nah, they say he played more sub.
The conditioning coach.
Who's the conditioning coach?
I know, because Mozzie get winded easy.
exercise your heart, but you gotta have a heart first.
I feel bad, dog.
So how you feel about our offensive line, OG? You kind of talked about Guyton and BB and you know how proud you was of them week 1. How you feel they did in week 2?
They got beat up too.
They reverted back to being some young guys. Man, it's lessons in the NFL, lessons of the game. I guess defensive coordinators get the film and start stunting and doing different stuff, and they're gonna have to learn a little more. They allowed 2.5 sacks, 3 sacks, 3 sacks. The offensive line. So not a great game, but nothing was great.
So on that tip, they got beat up too, but they were still fighting and trying. They didn't get done as bad as the defensive line did.
Correct.
They lost some battles, they won some battles, and that wasn't all on them. Some of that shit, Dak was holding the ball too long, putting them in messed up
Take off
position.
running.
Take
off.
not roll out for the.
Yeah, you
man.
don't take off at all.
I don't know if he got this contract and they put in it for him not to run the ball, but ever since he signed that contract, this 2 games, he would not run for the ball. He would not scramble. He would not scramble.
Couple times I thought he might, but
Yeah,
I think he did have 2 for 12 though. He did get that 12.
He should have got that
And
on
then
one run.
going back to that old line, you mentioning the young guys, but man, Zach Martin need to step it up.
Zach
You
Martin.
out there getting your ass.
Facts.
You was out there the first game.
Facts.
Get your ass whooped.
2 games.
Yeah,
Just be
and
real,
the
2
last
games.
games after that, like you on the downside. I see why you talking that retirement shit because man, you get a little slow, man.
We didn't put the points.
Somebody in that position, man.
We didn't put the points out of stops on the board this past weekend, but I was pleased with one aspect. I think we only had 4 turnovers.
4 penalties.
4 penalties, possibly 5, but
Yeah.
somewhere right around there.
It was
and it's sad. It's
4
sad
for
that
26
4
yards.
for 26. It's sad that you play a low penalized game like that, and you just get smacked in your mouth.
Who you say had a good game? Sorry, I was distracted.
No, I said the team only had 4 penalties as a whole. The first time we played mentally solid as far as penalties, we get smacked around everywhere else.
Man,
Man,
the penalties was low because they was moving the ball.
Well, but it's easy to still get penalties, especially offensive.
Man,
especially
decline
offensive.
the penalty because we got 12 yards. We gashing them.
Well, especially
decline all that penalties.
especially offensively, especially going through with those 3 sacks. Could have been could have grabbed easily. We could have did more on offense as far as penalty wise as defense. Yeah, true. We was getting gashed 70 yards, 80 yards, but it was just a bad played game, man. Overall, it just they were in the matrix, man.
I agree. All I know is, like I said earlier, I haven't seen a whooping like that since our last home game. That brought back everything. And now we got another team coming next week, and we back at home.
Hell.
And
Yes, sir.
And I don't like
The
it.
Ravens.
I don't like it.
They hungry. 0-2 team.
Yeah.
Very hungry. We got a
Just
starving
another
team.
physical
that we got
team.
coming up. Another physical run the ball team that we got coming up. And
True.
with a couple of fast receivers behind them, I got to see where our heart's at because they're a hungry team, but we got embarrassed. Where's your heart at? Time to step up.
And
Definitely.
I
agree, Rick.
And it's a very winnable game, man.
Very winnable.
Yeah. Only thing we got in our favor, man, is we
Nothing.
lose, we usually bounce back with a
Not no
W.
more.
So I'm interested to see how this is gonna turn out. We take a bad loss, we usually try to bounce back with a win. So I'm gonna see what kind of fight they got.
Right.
What
I
they
agree.
gonna come back with, into this game.
Yeah. I mean,
Spirits is low. I mean, but you know, you gotta keep. You know what I'm saying?
nah, I'm just
Red
saying.
light special.
Red light special
Red light
coming
special
soon.
in there.
Hey man,
How long they gonna be here?
Man, get them up through.
hey man, Cowboys Raw Uncut, man. Y'all tuned
light.
in, man. Follow us on all the socials. So who y'all want to bring up, man? Ryan Flournoy or Dalvin Cooks?
Dalvin Cook. Both of them. Both of them.
I want both. Bring them both.
Ain't
up.
gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Bring them both. up.
Good thing
I
we
just
took a
look,
bad
man.
loss early, so
I'm
hopefully we get on early.
I'm going.
Last time we take a loss, we go
As much as I like Dalvin and talk, I'm gonna say Flournoy. Just because I just like the dog. He's got
I like the way
he's
he
got a dog in him, man. He's got a
got
persistence
that
dog.
number
Like
two
I want to
receiver
be
style
great.
play.
Yeah, he's got that play in him. He's big shoulders. He's strong. You know, so I'm gonna say Flournoy as much as I like.
them
I've been
number
calling
two
for Cook.
I like him.
I just want to see what he's got, man.
Be like that, man. Get a good possession receiver.
We'll see what he
Go
got.
up and get it. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a nice little compliment to him. You know, I don't like players from smaller schools.
I just want to see what he's got.
So let me ask y'all, how do y'all feel about the run situation? Like, who's our back?
You got three backs. You ain't got one.
Do y'all appreciate the
Bingo,
opportunities that Deuce got in the game?
Trash. I ain't gonna say trash.
Run
because
game couldn't do nothing. We had to play
I'm
catch
just gonna
up.
say that.
True.
We had 21 rushes all together.
I'm just
What you
saying,
said.
Just you don't have to, man. You can throw him screens. You can get it out in space to him. Why do what you have Zeke and Pollard to do? Do something different.
But if
with
we have a line, we're all going in thinking we got this line that's gonna move something, right?
Yeah, but I want to see him where I think he's better at getting out in space.
But you the one that said he's not a gimmick type player though.
I don't think that's a gimmick. I think that's more. I mean, I would say a third down receiver, a third down back.
So
if he
put
can
him in the
block-
slot?
if he can block better. But maybe just put him out there. Put two backs in the backfield. Put him out there with Zeke. Not Pollard. Zeke or Rico. Run some different stuff.
He get to
Trick
run
some
the ball,
people.
though.
Get some people.
He was out there with Hunter though, wasn't he?
He gets real vanilla running that ball, man. That's why I can't. It's hard to even grade our running backs. When we run it,
Right.
it's simple shit. It ain't nothing. It ain't no outside zone. It ain't none of that. It's straight hurt.
But
yeah.
Bro, come on,
how
man.
many
What kind
times?
of game is that, bro?
How
It's
many
terrible.
times have you seen
Yeah, it's
any of
terrible.
those two backs in at the same time doing something different? Maybe throwing the ball out quick.
Man,
Maybe
you can
just
do
giving.
all
You
that.
might not even go to either one of them. Just getting the defense something to think about.
Right.
That's all.
Being a threat, you gotta make them respect it. If they ain't gotta respect it, they ain't gonna check it. 'Cause they ain't got to. It's self-check.
That'd be too close to right, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just simple shit. And McCarthy just
But
sit
if-
there at that big ass neck, and he don't know what the hell's going on, bro. Like, he supposed to be the offensive guy. Matter of fact, I don't even want my head coach being the offensive coordinator. Sit your goof ass down and oversee some shit. That's what a leader does. You be trying to be the master of one thing so you can ignore other shit. Nah. Why the hell is Al Harris the assistant coach then? Like,
Right.
what are y'all doing?
Right.
Like, what's up with this, man? This is goofy, bro. Like, why you decide you want to know? Go get you a young man. You need to go get somebody off one of these Shanahan trees. It's the wave. It's what's
You
going on.
need a
You need
young
somebody,
man.
a tight end coach, an assistant, something to pick the brain of a young man to come in and help this offense.
Hey, Terry
is
was
too
calling
long.
for that. He was calling for that when we went to fire
players
Mike
wanna
McCarthy.
Players want to play for those type of coaches,
Yeah,
man. They want to
like-
play for those innovators. Those
So
smart-
now we won't get rid of Zim.
talking
no.
about
We won't get rid of McCarthy.
We was
Ah,
speaking.
McCarthy.
No, we wasn't
Ah,
speaking.
okay,
We
well
was
Zim
talking
gonna
about
follow with him if we do that.
We should have got rid of McCarthy after Green Bay.
hot dog man.
True.
We
True.
We shouldn't have went into the season with him.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just
So it's
being
all on us.
lazy, like in the
That's all on
office.
us.
I agree.
I-
I agree.
I
Play,
spoke-
not negotiating early
But
to get the shit
I
done.
spoke of this
doing no
a couple
work,
of years
never
ago. I
promoting.
spoke of this
Jake
a couple of
Paul,
years
Mike
ago with
Tyson.
him, man, and his nonchalant approach, man. That's always bothered me. That
Well, hey,
nonchalant-
we're here. It's week 2. We're here. We got them for one more year, and to close us out, Terry,
Not
man.
one more this year.
This year, last year, all in, right? But to close this out though, Terry, man. What does it, with this only being week 2? what are the implications of this game for the Cowboys season, the outlook of the season, and our playoff aspirations?
First thing I see after this loss, I'm pissed because I ain't getting my helicopter now. I've been thinking about it. I thought about that immediately, man. That means my helicopter's. That means my yeah, man. My helicopter, man. Look, man. Yeah, the chopper, man. My helicopter's gone now, man. Ain't no 17-0, so ain't no helicopter rides, man. But yeah, man. But I was hoping, man. Wish upon a star, dog. I've been to Disney World. But yeah, it's one of them things, dog. It's like when I look at this, it's still early. We wasn't the only team. A loss is a loss. Next to that 1-1 doesn't say 44-19. It just says 1-1. No, it's just 1-1. Okay, 5 games from now, we go on the street. You're not gonna think about this.
They're gonna bring it up. They're gonna bring it up,
man. But they're gonna bring it for something to talk to. No, because if we turn around and beat, so who do we got these next 5 games? Who we got these next? We got San Francisco, if I'm right?
Hold up.
We're gonna have San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Detroit.
The Giants and San Francisco.
So again, if we run off a 5-game winning streak from here, you're not gonna worry about New Orleans. You're not gonna worry about New Orleans.
But how do you feel coming off of this game?
Coming off this game, it's same thing Cuz said. The fact is that usually after blowout losses like this, we come back and we catch fire.
But do you feel like we can run 5?
A lot of people lost this week. So Vegas made their money back. It's not. I don't feel so bad. Yes, we got our ass whooped, but a loss is a loss. If we come back next week and win, we're 2-1. It's week 2. I'm not hitting the panic button.
But you know what's so crazy about it?
I'm not hitting the panic button, dog. I'm not hitting the panic button.
But the thought of it though is that we're facing some teams now that know how to exploit our weakness.
Everybody's known how to exploit.
But everybody can't do it though. But these teams that we got coming up can do it.
But the teams that we got,
that's how they play. That's who they are.
San Francisco's 1-1. San Francisco's 1-1.
Okay, but who? What are they? What are they? No, what's San Francisco against us? We can't worry about what are they against us.
Man, so I get that you could say that there. And traditionally, what was the Saints against us? Traditionally, all these teams we normally.
Okay, but what I tell you? But what kind of offense was the Saints running?
The offense is running. I don't know.
San Fran.
You know what I'm saying, Fran? I mean,
okay.
Hey, that's cool.
And guess what? And a lot of these teams that we got coming up, Detroit, San Fran, they run that same. They run that same thing.
We beat Detroit last time we seen them. We beat Detroit last time we seen them. So what's that mean? So do you go into that game feeling different? I'm not worried yet because it's week 2. You make adjustments. You get in your mouth, make adjustments. It's after next game. These next couple games. Yeah, these next couple games, man. I'm not worried.
I'm different. We done played out of the last 3 games. We done got beaten. The teams that put up 40 burgers.
Yes.
The last 3 games.
It wasn't like field goal. They won by the buzzer.
The only game we didn't is against Cleveland. And that's because Deshaun Watson didn't get his massage.
So
right.
You take that massage guy out, and we are getting 40 burgers put on us the last 2 out of 3 games.
You can't take it out. You can't take it out.
That is a concern.
And it's by bully ball.
So we agreeing that we still got the same concerns per prior season.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's what. Yes.
Which is why we gotta quit. I heard Jerry. I heard players talking about playoffs. Nah, we gotta learn how to stop the run before we can even start thinking about a playoff.
And that's the thing, like you said, like we ain't thinking about the run until the playoff.
Right.
Then it's too late.
Right.
Yeah. But you doing this year after year, Jerry. You sitting on your old ass. You and your monkey ass son, and y'all ain't doing nothing but just sitting on your ass and waiting late to sign checks, bro. Like the Joneses is full of shit, bro. Like y'all gotta tighten up, man, cause y'all the problem. Y'all are the common denominator to this and all the time. Like we the star, as the fans, we the stars. Y'all bought in when we got our heart in this, and they don't serve no purpose. Y'all keep being in the way.
Talk your shit.
If y'all ain't doing y'all job,
And
you
we
feel
don't-
me? Like,
And we don't want,
like, come on, man.
and we don't want
You
your
Will
grandson
all y'all
either.
in sitting in them suits, man.
What
Y'all
Jeter
ain't.
said.
Yeah, we don't want your grandson either. So
What Jeter said.
don't be trying to draft him out of college.
Mike Tyson got
He's
tired of this shit.
trash,
He out
too.
there like, man, I'm sick of all this shit, man. There's too much going on. Him and Logan Paul eating that goofy shit up.
Right,
All this
right.
Hoopla, bro, and we still ain't got this football shit. The core of all this Jerry Jones, AT&T Stadium, hoopla. You know what I'm saying? We're
Right.
not dealing with what makes the money.
Right.
We're not handling business. You know what I'm
worried
saying?
about
We
Rick
playing too much.
Calipari and bringing Rick to Arkansas.
you
Worry
talking
about your team.
Boxing, fake boxing fights, man.
Right,
So-
and the
so
and
right
and
now-
the word
so-
and the word is, man, they had the whole parade outside the stadium, man.
No, they did a second line.
Tuba and tubas and all.
They did a second line. You celebrating life
Life
and
or
death.
death. Yeah.
Of a loved one, man. They came in and murdered us and did a second line on Jerry's line, man. They had the tubas out, man.
And he think everything's cool.
Slim, man.
He
Damn,
thinks
they did a
this is
bad,
just
you
week
feel me?
2.
You know how much money he made off that? Yeah, he think everything's cool.
He's
That's
up
right,
there.
man.
He's up
That's
there.
true.
He's up there in the
That's at
booth.
least 600
He's up
a
there
year.
in the booth, smacking the desk. Smack yourself.
Man, so y'all are telling me right now, y'all are worried about the rest of the season off the back of this.
Yes, I'm telling you that now.
I'm
Pack it
telling
on
you,
up.
I'm
Pack
telling
it
you,
on
I'm
up.
telling
You
you
might as well
this
pack
season.
it on up. Who we gonna beat then? Who we
I'm
gonna
telling
beat?
you,
The
come on,
Giants.
this season.
Who we gonna beat? The Giants, Washington. In this case, so y'all let this worry about.
We're gonna beat a lot of people in the regular season.
So we gonna beat the Giants.
We're gonna beat a lot of people in the regular
But
season.
if you're that concerned about this loss to New Orleans, we have no hope going forward.
Are you not concerned with stopping the run?
We have no hope going forward. We have no hope
Terry,
going forward.
are you not
We've had
concerned?
this has
Are
been
you
a
not
concern since
concerned
last
with
year.
stopping the
It's been
run?
a concern that we went, we go 13-4 last year? What was it?
Nah,
13-4,
12 and
12-5?
we 12
We
and
12-5 last year. So we went 12-5 last year and we still couldn't do it. My concern, if I'm looking at this team, my concern is the lack of putting up 40 with them. Because last year we were still putting up 40. So Seattle ran up the score on us and we still dropped 40 plus. They were running up the score on us. So we can stop the run, but we were still putting up points.
but you know
Well,
why
that's
that-
been an issue. So why are we worried about it now? We need to look at scoring more
You know
points
how
if
many
you're looking at
yards?
that.
You know how many yards Pat Mahomes threw for this past
Was it
game?
100, 150?
Yeah,
150.
and they won.
And they won.
I'll take that.
Against a top-notch
It was
defense.
questionable. It was questionable. You know, there was a cute
Regardless,
regardless,
but you talking about 40 points and all that,
Somebody
like
made some calls, man. Mahomes should have squeaked. You know what I mean? He got Jordan rules, bro. You know what I mean? He got Jordan rules, bro. He earned it. Yeah, he did earn it. Yeah, straight up, he earned it. Yeah, I'm not hating. I got him. Yeah, I get
A lot
it.
of people hate that because, but man, when you
I'm with
win,
it.
you
I'm
get
with it.
privilege.
Yeah, it was on my fantasy team. He gave me 13 points.
well, shit, man. That's all we got, man. It's Cowboys Raw Uncut. It's the crew. What else I got going? What else I got going on, man?
I got some shit on my for real. Look,
Yeah,
look. I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this
talk
shit.
to him, man. Tell him why you sick.
As a franchise, you really, really, really don't deserve the fans that you got. For the shit that you put out
I
there on
agree.
the field, for the shit that you put out there in the week to week, you really don't deserve the fans that you got. You got fans all the way from Kentucky that flies to San Francisco, put up hotel rooms and buy tickets to go to San Francisco.
These
you got
are
fans
all
from Kentucky
facts.
that drive to Cleveland, drive to Cincinnati to pay big
These
top
are
dollars
all
for these tickets.
facts.
You got fans that drive and fly to Dallas. I've drove to Dallas from Kentucky. My crew, we done flew to Dallas from Kentucky.
These
We
are
done paid
all
top
facts,
dollar for
Jerry.
these seats to see this, and the heart and passion that we put in. This podcast ain't free. We put in our cash money week in, week out, and we do it out of love and out of heart. And the love and heart is not being reciprocated from the players and the franchise. Y'all are not giving us the same energy that we give y'all. We don't have to be here. We don't have to do this. It's just because we love the Cowboys. We all united because of the star. And I don't see that coming from the top of the franchise to the bottom. Jerry, you only worried about getting money. McCarthy, you only worried about saving yourself for the job. Players is running around want to do podcasts and do other things other than get on the field. Show some heart. Why has the fans got more heart than y'all got? Step up.
Talk to
We
him.
actually in the stands
For real,
fight.
because this is real. This might, like Steve
I'm being
said,
stand
this
fighting
might
about
be
this
something
shit.
for y'all that just came into. Y'all might have been fans of some other teams back in, and then y'all got drafted. This is us. This is what we've been into. We not new to this. We are true to this. Step up. Play with some heart. Because I'm tired of justifying bullshit play that y'all putting out there. I'm tired of justifying it. I'm tired of being the jokes of the ridicule.
Can't even
and
justify
dealing with
this shit no more.
Step up, man.
Ain't even
Yeah,
justify.
I'm tired of seeing faces at work just wanting to see my face. when we getting embarrassed like that.
Yeah.
When I don't even say nothing to nobody.
Jerry, what do you do?
They can't wait to hate.
I mean, what do you do, Jerry? When you get pounded and knocked around the face like that, do you go outside the next day?
Yeah.
Do you even care, man? Do you even care?
Hey man, when you got that bread, man, it's easy to accept them losses.
If you lose and
he
you make
won.
$40 million, did you really lose?
He won. He promoted 2 events at one time.
His children's children is
There's a few
straight.
people we know got a lot of money, but we still consider them
That's what killed
clowns.
me
though.
about them players too,
But
man.
did
They
you
act like a
lose?
fan
You
can't
could be
say
a
nothing.
clown, but did you lose?
He
You be a
lost
winning clown.
once.
Clowns win.
Yeah.
So Terry, you was talking about a shootout earlier. Would you rather win in the
Basically, Terry was saying, well, I still want to score the points. I'm like, well, would you rather lose, let's say you lost by 3 points, rather lose 41-44 and your offense perform, you know it, or 10-7 where your defense held them, but you couldn't score enough points. Which one, I guess?
I don't want to lose at all.
But you have a plus on. But see,
Both worlds.
I look at that as you still have a plus on one side. You have a silver lining somewhere. We don't have no silver lining this week at all. There's no silver lining in this. So if you lose,
Shout out to Aubrey.
Aubrey. So if you lose 7-10, you can say our defense did a thing, but offense may not have.
Right.
Or if you lose 44-41, you can say our offense put up points. Why did our defense give up 44? There is a silver lining. This week there was no silver lining.
That's why I said it's
you have
still
nothing.
short.
You have nothing. You have
So
nothing
it's
to be,
okay.
Yeah, what is the
I agree with
takeaway?
Terry.
So
What
it's
is the takeaway
okay.
this week?
I agree with Terry.
So the loss is acceptable if it's a silver
No
lining.
loss is acceptable.
No
No loss is
That's not what
acceptable.
he's saying. He's saying
I'm saying you can find a silver lining.
I got acceptable losses in me.
I do
Because
too.
if
It's
you go
how
down
you
fighting,
lose.
If you go down like how we lost to the
I
San
get-
Fran in the
I-
playoffs
I-
at
I
one
get
time,
that- I get
when they
that,
had
but
like
Bob,
19 or
I
16
get
or something
that.
like that.
I get
like
that,
in
but
certain way, like
a
you go
loss
down
still
really
lost. I
fighting.
get it.
So,
If you
okay,
lay down-
okay. So is
You
it?
lose,
So you
you
can lay
lose.
down. So if you
I
lay
can't-
down that.
I wanna get rid of
the
everybody.
way that we just lost this
It's
weekend.
how you
The way that
lose.
we, the way that
It's
we
not
just lost
about
this
the loss.
weekend-
It's how you
But look,
lost.
the way that we lost this weekend, as far as from a fan's perspective, the way that we lost this weekend, it wasn't close. There was no chance. There was no way that we played that you looked at that and could see that we could win that game.
No silver
If I'm at a 41-44 game and I look at 2 or 3 plays that could have won us that game, that is more frustrating. When I look at this game, I see this as an anomaly. I see this as, hey, we couldn't have won this no matter what. Like, we just were shitty. We played horrible. When I look at a 41-44 games, I'm going to be pissed at why didn't you make that throw to the end zone if you would have just put a little bit more air on this, or you missed this tackle here, or Aubrey, you missed this field goal. It's
But
more
I'm
frustrating to
gonna
lose
be-
close than it is to get your ass whooped in a regular season game.
But I'm gonna be
In a
like,
regular season.
I'm gonna be like, but my
In a
point
regular
is,
season game that didn't mean nothing.
I'm gonna be like,
I
why are
really-
you allowing 40-something points?
We don't know if it means
me
nothing.
and you said
We
we
don't-
would rather win the NFC game against the Saints than beat the.
Yeah, but we don't know what this means
Ravens.
until later. We won't know what this means until later.
It means something now.
It
No, we
sure
won't know.
does.
It
That
doesn't.
means something
No, because if
now.
we
We
run
can't
out,
stop
if we
the
run out
run.
15
No, but it can't count.
It can't count. That's what I'm
against you.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. If we
Yeah,
won't
yeah,
know
yeah,
what this
yeah.
means until later. We won't know what this means.
Yeah,
until.
but
As
you
of right
know,
now, we
that's
run out
why you
15
won't win
straight.
it.
If we run out 15 straight,
What-
what's that
We
mean?
lost the NFC game.
But if
If
we run out
was a
15
fifth.
straight, if you is hypothetically
gonna
speaking, of
listen
course,
to you.
world,
If was a
hypothetically
fifth.
speaking, world. So Steve, I said 17-0. Steve went 16-1. If we was to
I was
run
just
out,
going nuts. I don't
look,
even
yeah, I'm
feel
going
like
nuts too. Yeah, I already know. I went 17-1. I believe you. Look.
Nah,
No,
y'all
I'm saying,
yeah,
I went nuts too. But hypothetically speaking,
Guaranteed.
that was the Baltimore game. That was the Baltimore game. So
I ain't ready to
look,
pick what we gonna do. I
Look,
don't know
so,
what we gonna do ever.
if we
in
go
a year.
hypothetically speaking,
Hey, I picked
we run out
12.
15 straight games right now. You're not gonna think about this loss to the Saints.
12-4, then I turned 12-5. What I picked 13-4. That's a hell of a no.
Yeah, yeah,
You're not gonna
yeah.
think about this loss when we win 15 straight.
Yeah.
Bro. You're not gonna think about this loss when we win 15 straight.
Bro, we're not winning 15 straight.
If we win 10 straight, if we win 10 straight,
That
if
means
we,
something.
I'm just saying.
We
I
cannot
said-
stop the
That's
run.
delusion. That's
hypothetically
delusion at its
speaking.
I
best.
didn't say it was going.
Ew.
The point I'm trying to prove, we run off 10 straight right now. You're not gonna think about this loss. If we run off 6 straight, this loss is gonna be in the past, man.
No, it's gonna be a
It's
thought.
it's week 2,
I'm
dog.
glad we did that so we learned how to stop the run.
We have set up here this week and literally hit the
go in the past and then it'll
overreaction
pop back up.
Monday, man. This is
It'll
overreaction
pop
Monday.
back up one
That's not
season.
no
This is overreaction Monday.
We
Is
just
it
gave
come
up
out?
40 points 2 of our
But-
last 3 games.
So,
How's that overreaction?
but if we come out and put 50 or
You keep
40
saying
on,
if,
but we don't know. We don't.
We
know.
do know.
We
We
gonna
do
give up
know. We
40
can't
points.
stop the
And
run.
traditionally,
we know,
after taking
we
big
got
losses like
smacked.
this at home, traditionally, we have came back and went on runs after this.
Traditionally, we don't play another solid team right after we play the solid team.
So you don't think Baltimore is physical as the Saints? Do you think Baltimore is as physical as the Saints?
I see a little looking past the Saints. I see a little of underestimating the Saints.
No, I'm saying, but do you think Baltimore is as physical as the Saints?
I don't see it. I don't really see it with Baltimore, but I don't see.
You don't think they're physical?
I mean, on defense they are, but offensive, I don't see much that scares me. The Saints offense.
Big Henry don't scare you.
That's
what
they do.
They have 41
of them on our team.
They're not putting up 44 fucking points a game, just like the Saints is.
But they can run the football.
Henry don't scare me. Whoever on that
It's the
line
offense.
that
It's
had
the
line
offense.
play is
It's the
what
offensive
scare me.
scheme. They're not
They
putting
can
up
throw
enough points to
Justice
scare
Hill
me.
back there.
They're
They
not
can
putting up
probably
enough
go
points to
nuts
scare
if
me.
the line is dominating.
They look bad as we do. They look bad like us.
That's a tight end that's
Likely
fast.
scourging. They look just as bad as we do.
Tight end coming out.
They are 0-2. We're
Speaking of
1-1.
safety, we need to put Wanye Thomas and Bell out there, man, because
So
Dono and them, I ain't with that shit. That shit was terrible, man.
That was terrible.
See, I think
What's taking so long to get them up out there and switch it up when they doing silly shit?
Y'all think an 0-2 Baltimore team is better than us right now?
Like, come on, man, that's the shit right there. Get
Yes
these
or no?
players
It's
out
a yes
there
or no.
on
Do you
this
think an
favoritism
0-2?
shit, 'cause they
Think
got
an
a
0-2
contract.
Baltimore team is better than a 1-1 Cowboys team right now?
You say what?
You think an 0-2 Baltimore team right now is better than a 1-1 Cowboys team?
So
Yes or
how?
no?
So when we made our predictions, what did we
I
pick?
ain't even lay my eyes on them to see what they got going on.
I'm not. When I watch them, I don't see what I seen in the Saints. After watching the Saints 2 games in a row, they put up numbers. They're fast and they thump. Baltimore don't look as fast as New Orleans right now.
Nah, they don't.
They don't look as fast. as New
Kamara
Orleans, so I
wasn't
don't
that
see it.
fast.
They
I don't
don't.
see it. They don't look as fast as New Orleans do.
Hit them
They're
in that
not.
mouth while they down. If we the front runners and we can whoop people when they down,
Come back
and all
home,
that,
put up numbers,
do
man.
it
We
again.
right back. We 2-1. We 2-1.
They
Having a
down
different
right
conversation
now.
this week. Next time. This week.
We're down too.
We're down, but we got a W under our belt on the road.
Yes, and they are 0-2, and they have not won. So
And
I
we
can't
bounced
see
back
that.
after losses. So
And they had a
just
bad loss yesterday.
the only
too.
little
That
hope I
loss wasn't
got.
great for them yesterday.
So y'all need to come out and do that, man, because I ain't never got behind those soft people, man. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I ain't got, hey, Jerry included.
We been.
That's 'cause they ain't picked by me. That's because they ain't picked by me, man.
Look,
Let me in,
my
Jerry.
thing here is, what are we going to do? The Ravens are 0-2, correct? But they lost to
The Raiders.
back-to-back.
The Raiders.
But the Raiders are physical because their coach is a physical guy. He plays physical. He makes them play
And
physical.
that is
They play physical.
And that's
Jerry.
true. Now check this out. We gonna save that for the kickback. Crew out. Cowboys Raw Uncut.
276 against
Hey man, get out here.
276.
Get out here and support your boy. Support your boy Canelo. Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Cowboys Raw Uncut.